The missing 411 phenomenon, an unsettling mystery of the wilderness. Introduction. For generations, the wilderness has inspired awe, reverence, and fear. It represents beauty and freedom, but also danger, unpredictability, and the unknown. Among the many stories that circulate about the mysteries of nature, few are as unsettling as those collected under the label Missing 411, coined by former police officer and investigator David Paulides. Missing 411 refers to a series of unexplained disappearances of people in national parks, forests, and other remote regions, particularly in North America. While the missing persons cases Paulides documents are all real, the circumstances surrounding them often defy conventional explanations, giving rise to a mystery that continues to capture public imagination. Origins of the term. The missing 411 phenomenon began when David Paulides, while conducting research for another project, was approached by a national park employee who confided concerns about strange disappearances that were inadequately investigated or poorly documented. Intrigued, Paulides began compiling data on cases where people vanished under unusual conditions, ultimately publishing a series of books beginning with Missing 411, Eastern United States, and Missing 411, Western United States. His works catalog hundreds of cases that share patterns difficult to explain by accident, foul play, or natural causes alone. Patterns of disappearance. Paulides emphasizes that not all disappearances are mysterious. Many can be explained by falls, animal attacks, weather, or criminal acts. However, a subset exhibits strange similarities. Unexplained circumstances. Many people vanish from well-marked trails in daylight within short distances from others or their camps. Often, they are experienced outdoorsmen or children who could not have easily gotten lost. Geographic clusters. Cases tend to occur in cluster zones across North America, particularly in or near national parks, mountain ranges, and large wilderness areas. Yosemite National Park, for example, has a disproportionately high number of strange disappearances. Canine involvement. Tracking dogs frequently fail to pick up a scent or behave oddly, as though disoriented. In some cases, dogs refuse to track altogether. Clothing and belongings. Victims are sometimes found without shoes or clothing, even in freezing weather. Their possessions are often intact, but oddly arranged. Unusual recoveries. Bodies or survivors are occasionally found in places previously searched at extreme elevations or in terrain difficult to reach. Children, in particular, have been discovered miles away from where they vanished, distances they seemingly could not have covered alone. Weather events. Strangely, many cases are accompanied by sudden storms or changes in weather, which hinder search and rescue efforts. Notable cases. Dennis Martin. A 6-year-old boy disappeared during a family outing in the Great Smoky Mountains. Despite one of the largest search efforts in Park Service history, no trace was ever found. Stacy Harris. A 14-year-old girl vanished from Yosemite National Park after leaving a campsite to photograph nearby scenery. Despite Charles McCullough, years later, only fragments of his clothing and scattered bones were found, arranged in a way that baffled investigators. These examples reflect the unsettling themes of Missing 411, vanishings that seem to defy logic and resist conventional resolution. Theories and explanations. The mysterious nature of these cases has led to a wide range of theories, some grounded in science and others in speculation. Natural hazards. Many disappearances could be explained by falls, hypothermia, or animal predation. Harsh weather, rugged landscapes, and accidents are common in wilderness areas. Yet, skeptics argue this fails to explain the patterns Paulide highlights. Human factors. Some cases may involve foul play, abduction, or voluntary disappearance. However, the remoteness of many locations and the lack of evidence often make this improbable. Wildlife. Predators such as bears, mountain lions, or wolves can account for certain cases, though in many, evidence of attack is conspicuously absent. Geographic and environmental anomalies. Some researchers speculate that unusual geology, magnetic anomalies, or even hidden caves could play a role in confusing or trapping victims. Paranormal hypotheses. Among enthusiasts, theories range from UFO abductions and dimensional portals to cryptid encounters. While these ideas stretch beyond scientific evidence, they reflect the deep human urge to find explanations when traditional answers fall short. Criticisms of the missing 411 narrative. Despite the intrigue, missing 411 is not without controversy. Critics argue that Paulide selectively presents cases that fit his narrative while ignoring more straightforward explanations. Skeptics also point out that disappearances in wilderness areas are tragically common, given the risks of terrain and environment. Furthermore, the U.S. National Park Service does not maintain a centralized database of missing persons, making patterns difficult to confirm. Nevertheless, even critics acknowledge that Paulide's work has drawn much-needed attention to the importance of safety in national parks and the need for more transparency and coordination in search and rescue data. Cultural impact. The missing 411 phenomenon has grown far beyond Paulide's books. Documentaries, podcasts, and online communities dedicated to analyzing cases have flourished. The stories appeal to both true crime enthusiasts and fans of the paranormal, offering a blend of mystery, tragedy, and speculation. For many, the intrigue lies not in finding a definitive answer, but in confronting the limits of human understanding when faced with nature's vastness and unpredictability. Conclusion. The missing 411 phenomenon reflects both the harsh reality of wilderness survival and the enduring human fascination with the unknown. Whether viewed as a collection of tragic accidents, evidence of systemic gaps in search and rescue practices, or hints of something more mysterious, these disappearances strike a deep chord. They remind us that despite our technological advances, nature still holds secrets that elude explanation. At its core, missing 411 is less about solving a single mystery than about confronting the fragile boundary between safety and danger, civilization and wilderness, and the known and the unknown. Like and subscribe for more amazing content, and hit the bell icon for updates on future videos.